If you're looking for safe and reliable grinding services, hit up Cliff2_3 on Twitter. What's good, y'all? It's your boy RC the Great with the first market watch video of NBA 2K22. If you're new to this series, I go over tips for the auction house, building your lineup with budget style cards, how to get through the game in both a competitive and a non-competitive way, being savvy in the market when you build your team and when you're looking to save MT. So you can see my team is pretty decent overall, not the best, but we have strategically built this team off of either free cards we've gotten off of packs, or the free promos and things like that. I've been going through the mode and I've been playing all different things, just trying to figure out what's some of the best way to make MT, what's the best bang for your buck when you're trying to strategically build things up. I've been diving into domination a little bit, playing some triple threat offline, triple threat online, and just trying to see what's the best method to to spend my time on the game. Because I like to both be competitive but also build up a lot of MT, and it's very difficult to do that if you're always trying to buy the best card. So if you can see, we do have the first promo out, the Colossal promo. We have some good cards in it, and they're all worth pretty good amount as long as you're not only getting the Sapphires. If you're getting some of these Ruby, Amethyst, and Diamond cards, you're going to have a pretty good chance of making some MT. We also have the base sets out that also go for some pretty good MT. But looking at the Colossal set, we do know that this is the first promo, and if you lock it in, you're going to get that Danny Granger. But these Ruby cards also go for a pretty good amount, especially the LaMelo Ball. He's selling for around 10K. Right now, you can possibly sell them for like 11K. I sold 2 for 11K already. I pulled 2 of them using the 100K VC that we got from the promo when you ordered the Legend Edition. Damian Lillard is also going for a pretty good amount. So if you have him and you have another point guard that you can use, I think selling him is a good bet right now because these cards are going to start going down in value. The rest of the set is also pretty expensive, especially guys like this Ray Allen. He is pretty high value card right now because he's a sharpshooter. People are going to want him on their team because he can shoot threes. Obviously, people love players that can shoot threes. So if you have a Ray Allen and you're not using him, I would recommend getting rid of him now to get that MT before the next pack drop, because we are going to see some loss in value. Now, getting into the auction house, if you scroll over to Rubies, I think this is kind of where the gold mine is, besides just the Amethysts, which are a little bit harder to come by. If you have some pretty decent Rubies, they're going for 5 to 6K or more for most Ruby cards. And if you have a lot of these Rubies and you can sell them off and still have your team be somewhat competitive using token players and stuff, which we'll talk about, you're going to be able to rack up your MT pretty quickly. As you can see, I've already racked up over 100K MT. I only started with 15K from the promo, the Legend Edition, and then I just sold most of the things that I got as I played. Because like I said, my goal each year is to build up 100K MT so that I'm able to snipe when the better cards start coming out. As you can see, these Diamond, Deron Williams, and Shaq cards are going for over 100K. They are not able to be bought out right now. So if you're looking to get one of these cards, you're going to be spending a pretty penny. I do not believe they are worth it unless you're super competitive right now. You're playing in a tournament or you're trying to go through unlimited. But they're not going to hold that 100K value when the next pack drop comes out. They may shoot up later on when you have to lock in different sets. If we have like the multi-lock-in set for a grand prize award at the end, when you have all 5 of like the main rewards, like the Danny Granger, and then whatever set comes out next, that's the set of the season, making sure that you notice what cards are going to be going for higher. And I do think that Shaquille O'Neal is going to be one of the highest cost cards when this Danny Granger starts to get a little bit more rare. As the year goes on and more cards start coming out, you're going to start seeing less Shaqs in the auction house. So his price is probably going to go up. And that's just dependent on if we have an overall reward yet. That is yet to be known. So we'll know that eventually. But make sure that you guys are keeping note of what cards are going for be more expensive. You don't want to keep them around your team if you don't need them. I've been doing perfectly fine running the squad that I'm running right now. And I don't need Shaq right now until it gets to the point where cards are starting to get a little bit more overpowered. Plus, I'm going for Wilt. So when I get Wilt, we should be okay. If you're going to be looking for another card, I'd rather you get somebody like Amethyst Dwight Howard than to spend your 100K MT on Shaq right now. Again, unless he's like your favorite player or you're just really looking to have him on your team. Now, let's get into badges. This is a very interesting point of the mode right now. When you get into these badges, you notice that they are way less expensive than they were at the end of the year last year, like mid-year last year. This, I believe, is the time to start racking up on these badges. Don't put them on players that you're not going to use. Don't put them on players that are not going to last. Just hold them. Especially badges like clamps, especially badges like blinders, especially badges like intimidator. These are the badges that are going to go up in value when cards start coming out that don't have them equipped, but they're going to last long on people's teams. You want to start getting these badges now. So here and there, if you find a cheap badge for like 2,000 or so, just keep it around as an investment. You're not going to use it right away, so make sure you have the MT laying around that you can use. But like blinders, you guys know at the end of the year last year, no card came with blinders. So the value of blinders shot up so much. You have to start looking for the badges that are going to be like that. Like this limitless spot up is now separate from chef. Remember how we used to have limitless range or range extender that was both combined into the other? Now we have limitless spot up and chef. So we don't know what cards are going to drop with limitless spot up, which cards are going to drop with chef. So start keeping an eye on what cards come out with those, and then we'll know if the value is going to start going up or not. I don't think many cards are going to start dropping with both of those attached to them. And if that happens, we're going to see the value go up on all those badges. All right, now we have a new feature in the game this year, and it is the shoe creator. And this is going to be a good way to make MT now. We now have these boosts that you can get and equip to your shoes, and they are now sold in the auction house. So you have your silver, bronze, and gold, just like you would with a shoe or anything else that you can equip. And they give different boosts, and depending on the number of slots your shoe has, you'll be able to upgrade the shoe with shooting, defense, rebounding, and all types of things. So as you can see, not many of these are going for buy now right now. And then we're gonna really start having the ones that are for shooting, like 3-point speed with ball, steal, perimeter defense, and stuff like that. I believe those are going to be the high ticket ones, even things like ball handle. So make sure you're paying attention to the stats that are very important. You don't want to start racking up stuff that are like post hook and things. You want to start utilizing those to put on your shoes, which you'll talk about later, to increase the value of your shoe when you quick sell them. But start racking up on things like speed with ball, things like 3-point shot, things like lateral quickness that people are going to want to have on their cards. Those are the high ticket stat boosts. So we'll be really watching these closely as we move on with Market Watch, but really pay attention to these. So let's talk about the stat boost to the shoes. So let's go ahead to the shoe creator. We're going to just pick a shoe, and I'm going to give you a quick tip on how to increase the value. As you can see, this bronze Kobe only quick sells for 75 MT. But if we equip a bronze equip that we don't think we're going to use, like a post hook, we're probably not going to use that at all. It only sells for 20 MT. Now, when we equip it to the shoe now is worth 250 MT when we sell it. So you over doubled your MT by doing that. So that's a quick tip on how to increase the value of your shoe. Now let's move on to the different coaches in the game and what I believe will be the most investable coaches. So we have the Ammies out there. We got Doc Rivers and Steve Nash. We got the pace and space, and then the perimeter centric. I do believe perimeter centric is going to start going higher because, as we know, people love shooting threes. They love getting stat boosts to their threes and speed and stuff like that. But then if we head over to the diamond, we have a couple coaches in there. I don't know if this is all of them, but they're going for a pretty high ticket right now. So if you get one of these diamond coaches, I really do recommend selling the coach until we figure out what the meta is going to be and who's going to be the most expensive coach. Now, let's move on to draft mode. I've played this a couple times, and I do believe this is one of the best ways to make MT. If you're going to be somebody that's good at competitive modes, I do think this is the mode to play if you're looking to make MT. If you're not too good at competitive modes, stick to triple threat offline and you'll make good MT from there. But really, the rewards you get from the Ascension board are 100% worth it and will do a great job at helping you make some extra MT along the way, especially if you're good at the game. So as you can see, we're able to secure that Glenn Robinson Pink Diamond, but we also got a nice Amethyst player pack, which was a huge W. We ended up getting the Kyle Lowry, who was actually selling for a great amount of MT. So what we chose to do was replace him with Devontae Graham, who we got out of the token market. And I would rather use Devontae Graham right now and then save my MT instead of holding that MT that's actually going to lose value with that Kyle Lowry. So we ended up putting Kyle up on the auction block for 16K MT, and he actually did sell, which was a nice boost to my MT to push us even further up over that 100K mark. And now we're sitting really well as we go into the next week with pack drops. And again, we just did this by making sure we got use of our token marketing rewards. We got tokens from playing Triple Threat online, Triple Threat offline, but also playing that draft mode. And we picked up that Devontae Graham, like I said earlier, and he's going to be my backup point guard for now instead of using the Kyle Lowry. And we also picked up that Ruby Tim Hardaway, who's going to now be my backup shooting guard. And we're honestly pretty content for now. I am looking for a center, maybe a backup power forward, but this is how I'm building my team. Just utilizing MT making methods, saving up my tokens, trying to get as many free cards as I can. I still have some good cards on my team like the Kemba Walker that could sell for a lot, but he does help me out a lot, so I'm going to keep him for now. But I try not to keep too many high value cards on my team at the start of the game because they are going to lose value, and I want to be able to keep building up my MT. Now, this may not be the method for everyone, but I do think it's a very smart method if you are good at the game overall, can win games, and you don't need too many high-powered cards in your team to do so. So go out, play the domination, play Triple Threat online, play draft mode, and try to build your MT up. We are still going towards that Will Chamberlain, so we should have him in the near future. I'll continue dropping these market watch tips. Going to be looking at all the different cards that are coming out. Going to keep tabs on the badges and the shoes and things like that, and try to update this every week, once a week, to keep you guys on track. But until next time, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe. Hit me up in the comments. Hit me up on Twitter at EverydayRCA. I will catch y'all in the next one, man. Keep grinding. This 2K has been dope. Let me know in the comments what your favorite part of this 2K is. I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.